Okay, so last time I told you about my idea for the map, building and coding it. Today we are going to talk about testing, adding more features and making the trailer. Click on the info card to watch the trailer and to watch the first part. Enjoy! My brother told me a lot of improvements I could make to the boss battle, but I decided not to listen because I'm stupid. After like 10 minutes I started to calm down and I actually began taking notes. My brother told me that the fight was so easy because of 3 things. Supiananel didn't hit hard enough, the armor was too overpowered and the special attacks are not scary. He came up with a solution. Make the armor less protective, add more attack damage to Supiananel's sword and a ton of new special attacks. And with help from a randomizer, nobody could predict the special attacks. I went to sleep and the following day, I did what he said. This was what I wrote down to improve the first boss fight. Random generator, explosions, more drama in poison attack, pillar falls, an actual chance for you to die, functioning function, particle with special attack. The special attacks and their colors were shockwave, blue, pillars and ceiling, grey, poison, that's now wither, black, explosions, red, floors lava, orange, that's now magenta, ground slam, white. With those notes, I could resume working on the boss fight. And funny thing, it was way better than I expected. I made all special attacks in different function files. I also made scoreboard objectives to count the time passing by. Shockwaves now worked in both forward and backwards directions. The pillars were now able to explode. Wither made the chance of death more possible. Explosions? They were just awesome. The floor's lava was really scary if you don't know where it's going to fall. Ground slam was really deadly. If you had less than 6 hearts, you'd just die. Also, I made the chest plate less protective. The boss fight wasn't near finished, but it certainly improved. After making my brother test the boss fight once again, he suggested that the boss fight could be more strategic. He said that it might be great if he stops ranged attacks after a while. Now if you shoot Supiananel a total of 10 times, he makes a shield for about 2 seconds. I also added the ability to lose your shield after shielding an amount of damage. Later on, I made it so that Supiananel switches to a bow if you were too far away. The first couple of tests. The first time I tested was to write down some bugs. It was okay for the most part, except for the dungeon ending, that was terrible. It didn't turn to night, I forgot to make it possible to let you destroy the spawners. The mobs didn't spawn except for in the entire nether. What happened? Oh, ships! Let's just skip to the parts with other people. I wanted to write down everyone's opinions and suggestions for the map. If you want to create a map, try to let at least 3 people play the map. Let them say what's great, but don't be mad if they suggest improvements. I tested the map with 4 people: my brother, Hunter Omega in-game, my sister, Superfleurenel in-game, a friend of mine, Johan Massi200 in-game, and last off another friend of mine, Marijn G in-game. I filmed everyone while testing the map. Here are everyone's reactions on the Vindicator part.
Oh, freak. Where? Ah! 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 Ah!
I sense Vindic. Oh shit! Go away, be gone, thought.
Oh,
Whoa, flip! Yeah, his reactions couldn't be heard because I'm stupid. Here are everyone's reactions on the end of the igloo ending. Oh no.
I'm going to be so triggered.
I do have stupid.
You know there was a very safe pathway, right?
This doesn't look very safe.
Kom op, dit kun je.
he is.
Why did you do all of that parkour? You know there was a very safe pathway, right? You know there was a very safe pathway, right? Here are the reactions on the dungeon part.
They're just gonna get more and more. I hate. Oh shit!
Okay, I am died. I am died.
Het zijn er heel veel. Help! Help!
Go! Here are the reactions from facing with the skeletons.
I can't see. I literally. Oh! With the skeletons! Ah!
Die please.
Het ending.
Oh shit.
Oh ja, chips, er zijn er ook weer 2 van. Moment, ik ga even naar Creative om je te helpen met een paar.
Nee, komt er goed.
Yeah, I can't hear what he said. The voice didn't record very well. This is the reaction from everyone in the throne room basement. Let's see if you
This is still the safe part, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Here are some other random sentences and moments.
I'm sorry. I was aiming for the...
Because we're entering the nether. Why do you think that? Why am I beating myself?
Wait.
I mean, it's time-based. I just want to get to safety.
And that's when I decided to close the exit during the boss fight.
Hey, ik wil je gear. Leen me je gear.
One left.
Ik schiet haar dood, ik schiet haar dood.
No, go away, go away. I am died. Nice!
So that's what happened. If you want to see more of those tests, leave it in the comments. I can make a video all about them. For now, I'm going to show you the suggestions I got from my testers. Can you tell me what did you liked and disliked about this map?
I loved everything.
Yeah?
Except for the hard stuff.
What did you think of it? Was it better than the first time you played it?
Yeah, definitely.
Ik vond het een leuke map, want het is heel goed gemaakt, vond ik een beetje gezegd.
I think it's really great. Now make yourself in game with survive. Also, I feel
For you, what was one of the harder things you
I really thought the Vindicators were hard because the room is so small.
Okay, maybe I have to make it so that you can actually see Subfleur before she...
Freak?
Subfleur has to be more inside when you meet her.
Yeah, that would be a good idea, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah?
Easier
yes.
first.
Okay, you should really put a block here and...
Easier parkour.
Yeah.
Nee, moeilijker.
No, more difficult.
Vindicators are hard. So
Yes.
Ja, eigenlijk wel hè.
No.
For someone who isn't that good at playing Minecraft and expects a puzzle map, this is more like a mob battle map. So maybe put a few more puzzles in it. Well, maybe you should be able to collect a few things underwater or something. You get a pickaxe that can break like 4 things, and those things are classic underwater things, so they're hard to find. And then you have to break them while fighting those thingies. Oh, and give one of them a trident. And remove 2 of them.
Yeah, tridents would be, well, really annoying to deal with. I think you should definitely embrace that.
Het is denk ik net even wat je leuk vindt, toch?
Yes.
I am really terrified of the dark, so maybe make the things a bit lighter.
There could still be some
improvement, yeah.
Nee?
No. Yes.
Give Tijd voor Jan a bit larger of a range where he can see you.
definitely. Like I could just stay out of his range and just chill, basically.
Ik denk niet dat dat leuk is.
When you're staying out of range for too long, he just summons a shield around you. I think that that freezing would be better.
Yeah.
Most of the battle is played out on like a single level. Maybe you could do something with that.
Agreed.
Oh, wait, actually, yeah.
Nee, oh, ik weet iets leuks. Misschien moet je zo doen als hij op de helft van zijn HP is. Dat hij dan wegvlucht naar iets anders. En dat je moet vechten tegen zijn hulpjes of zo. Ja, hij is een beetje kort misschien.
Yeah, maybe you could add a second run or something.
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Als je daarbij toe kan voegen dat je sneller onder water kan rennen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get back on that minion thing Joel said.
Yeah.
No.
Yes, jawel.
Okay, those were a lot of questions. A few other things people wanted me to make are particles when pillars explode, making it resettable, twice the attack speed when the boss has low health, and a roof on the dungeon. Now that I had all of the suggestions, I could start on building. Editing that took me so long. Before testing the map, I created an announcement trailer for the map. I told everyone that the map would be published in May. That led me to some sort of mental breakdown. After testing, a lot of things I could add were thrown at my head. I didn't notice how much stress it brought me until it was too late. I thought I could never make it. To make me feel better, I stopped working on the map for the weekend. It did help me. I wrote on every single thing that had the most votes. I ranked them from most important to least important. There were a lot of things I had to add, a second run, which was suggested by my brother, more mansion rooms, more puzzles, and a lot of technical things that made the Get Out experience better. I began working on it, and to my surprise was in less than 5 days. I still had to test though. I didn't write down anything after that. I just made up everything about the second run whilst coding. I changed the drum up so that they had iron chest plates instead of a diamond chest plate. This was so that I could give them a diamond chest plate in the second run so things would be different. I also thought about my sister's idea about more puzzles, especially the water related puzzle. I thought about where to put the heads and came up with a plan. After some time I could think of more puzzles and changes inside the map. I still had one thing inside my mind about the chest ending that I never forgot about. This was the essential part of the original puzzle, counting the number of times the player opened the chest. The different chest pieces would be seen based on the amount of chests opened. I coded in that you could see the night vision potion after opening the chest a total of 5 times. After creating a puzzle for the first room, I got stuck. I had no inspiration for any more puzzles. It took me 5 minutes of running and jumping through the room to think of a puzzle that could be interesting. It could have worked if you could grab a book from a lectern in Avenger mode. I had to scrap that idea, so I ran and jumped for another 10 minutes. I got an idea and implemented it. The boss battle had to be more hard. It also had to have different dialogue. The ending had to be different as well. I came up with alternate dialogue, which I thought was suitable for the situation. The hard part of the new boss fight was that you would not only lose your chest plate but your helmet as well. Also, instead of one random special attack being executed, 2 were executed. That left me with a few bugs, but they were not game breaking at all. I forgot to fix them. I also built a second room for the Woodland Mansion. I made a nether brighter and I tried to notify the player for valuable gear, but it wasn't successful at first because I used the wrong world file for writing that function. Supernal now switches to his bow when you're 10 blocks or more away from him and it's resettable. You will also spawn with Depth Strider boot when starting a new game. The things I left out at the voting were harder parkour, more arrows and adding minions. Things I scrapped after adding the new features were fighting on more than one Y level in the boss fight, summon a shield around Supernal after defeating him, and twice the attack speed if Supernal has slow health. For now, it was time to do the final couple of tests. I tested the general map alone and the multiplayer aspect with my second account, which is hilarious to watch. Look at it. Now he is going to jump. That's really jumping. Oh, that's a great jump. Oh, why? I'm great at parkour. Anyways, I tested more multiplayer functions with my brother. He tried to break the map so I could fix more bugs. There were a lot of them, but I was able to fix them. The biggest bugs at that point were that multiple players still counted as one if they both stood on player 1. He fixed that by making an if-else statement in Minecraft. It took like a half an hour, but it worked perfectly. During the testing process, I found a lot of bugs, as can be seen here. There are 5 pages of bugs! Holy ships! But after fixing almost all of them, it was finally time to get to the last step of making Get Out 4, the trailer. Making the trailer took me a while because I wanted to write down every shot to make the trailer perfect. I wanted to think about every shot, what the viewer will see, what they should and shouldn't know about the map, and even if they look at every detail. I even made duplications of shots that seem the same but are actually shots from the second run. The first one is cinematic shot in the nether. If you look close enough, you'll see that the background is filled with netherrack in this shot. The shot that's shown right now is mostly the same, but now the netherrack is gone and you can see more of the fortress. In this shot you can see me climbing the ladder. In this shot you can see me run towards the ladder. If we compare these two shots, you might see that the signs are blank in this shot but they have text in this one. If you've noticed these, you deserve an advancement. I have no footage of editing, but it took me a while because of rendering. Now that everything was done, I could wait a total of 10 days until I could publish the map. Join my Minecraft Maps Discord server to get demos, updates and faster releases for more maps. You can also give me ideas for features for Mob Battle, New City and more maps.